Unrivaled has commenced remarkably in the realm of women's sports. The ambition underpinning this initiative is commendable, presenting a deviation from the conventional paradigms we typically encounter. With reforms such as transitioning to a 3-on-3 format and advocating for equitable salaries, this novel league aspires to enhance the landscape of women's sports, and its inception has indeed met anticipatory expectations. This initiative encompasses 36 WNBA players distributed across 6 teams, united by the common objective of transforming and exemplifying the progression of women in the athletic domain. Nonetheless, certain fans express concern regarding the absence of a highly significant figure within this new league. Specifically, there exists a sentiment that beneath the forefront, many have opted to invest, yet we may ultimately lack a female participant. It is widely acknowledged that Clark undeniably represents the visage of the WNBA. The Indiana Fever player declined a $1 million proposal to join the league. At present, she has not provided extensive justification for her choice, yet it is evident that her fanbase is significantly disheartened, and they continue to advocate for her inclusion, given that her presence could potentially attract greater attention. However, it appears that Caitlin is currently not inclined to engage with Unrivaled. TNT Sports has reported that the inauguration of Unrivaled set viewership records, marking the most watched women's basketball game on TNT Sports, the highest viewership on Sports on Max, and amassing 31 million views on Bleacher Report, which are extraordinary metrics. This launch is characterized by striking figures that promise to establish a precedent and cultivate a dedicated audience. Meanwhile, during the Annika Pro-Am at the LPGA, Caitlin's social media content garnered 7.3 million interactions, indicating that her influence is unparalleled. The 23-year-old is said to have generated 26% of the league's revenue last season, with 1 in 6 votes connected to her persona. Furthermore, Indiana Fever games contributed to 45% of the league's broadcast rights revenue. A synergy between Unrivaled and Caitlin Clark would enhance the project's potential to solidify itself as a premier alternative. Nonetheless, for the time being, they must pursue other endeavors, as it seems the Indiana star has not entirely dismissed the possibility of playing within this structure. The future remains to be seen. This is a moment that no athlete should have to confront. Recently, one of basketball's most luminary figures, Caitlin Clark, fell victim to a distressing stalking incident. The thought of such a breach of privacy is unsettling for many. Clark's teammate from the Indiana Fever, a 2-time WNBA All-Star, did not refrain from expressing her concerns regarding this issue. "It was super scary," she remarked, advocating for enhanced safety protocols not solely for Clark but for all professional athletes under public scrutiny. Indiana Fever's player development coach, Keith Porter, has disclosed his experience collaborating with Caitlin Clark, the 2024 Rookie of the Year, commending her relatable demeanor despite her global basketball recognition. Porter, who joined the Fever last month, reconnected with head coach Stephanie White, continuing their collaboration from the previous season at the Connecticut Sun. White was appointed as the Fever's head coach in late 2022. With the new WNBA season scheduled to commence in May, Porter has been working intensively with Clark over the past month. In a recent discussion with Rachel DeMita, he articulated his strategies for Clark's development and shared his observations regarding the 22-year-old prodigy. "The first thing I tell everyone, which is quite remarkable about her, is being so young yet so mature," Porter conveyed to DeMita. "It's the oddest feeling because you almost overlook her identity due to how calm and reserved she is as an individual. Until you enter a setting, it's like the entire world wants to see you, yet she's simply a competitor. She possesses a down-to-earth and chill personality. She's just an incredible person. She's a world-class athlete, but an even better individual, as I have witnessed during this past month of working with her." Caitlin Clark on Stephanie White's influence. Before Stephanie White rejoined the Fever, a team she previously coached from 2015 to 2016, Clark reflected on her connection with the coach. White had officiated many of Clark's collegiate games, providing encouragement and insights throughout her journey. "She certainly officiated numerous games of mine throughout college, and I believe she possesses an exceptional basketball intellect," Clark articulated. "I think she excelled at calling college games. It has been fantastic to see her officiate NBA games as well. What she has achieved is significant. She has truly been a pioneer. I see her as someone who has supported my game, and it has been enjoyable to converse with her at shoot-arounds throughout my collegiate career," She has always been incredibly supportive. Clark expressed her enthusiasm about competing against White in her professional career. "Yeah, so I think the most significant aspect is it's enjoyable facing her now for the first time after she has officiated many of my games. Now I have the chance to compete against her, which will be enjoyable for both of us." Looking ahead. With Porter's proficiency and White's guidance, the Indiana Fever are positioned for a promising upcoming season. As Caitlin Clark continues to develop both on the court and in her personal life, her humility and maturity serve as a testament to her character, distinguishing her as not only a basketball sensation but also an inspirational figure. The WNBA star has propelled the Indiana Fever to unprecedented achievements, surpassing rival Angel Reese and every NFL, NBA, and MLB team in one critical area. The WNBA experienced a record-setting year, with regular season attendance increasing by 48% and viewership on ESPN rising by 170%. Much of this achievement can be attributed to the 2024 rookie class, with the top overall selection, Clark, leading the surge in interest. During the previous season, 31 WNBA games averaged more than 1 million viewers, with 22 of these featuring Clark, indicating that nearly every match she participated in was aired on national television. The 22-year-olds team, the Indiana Fever, experienced a significant attendance increase of 320%, achieving a league-leading average of 17,000 spectators per game. This unprecedented success facilitated the development of a new $78 million training facility in downtown Indianapolis. Set to open in 2 years, the center will house 2 full-size courts, comprehensive strength and conditioning facilities, as well as podcast and content production studios. The emergence of new media spaces could be a direct outcome of the record-breaking levels of social engagement that the Fever attained in 2024. As reported by Indiana, the team led the WNBA in social media engagement, video views, follower increases, and total follower count. This accomplishment resulted in the team securing the highest number of sponsors within the league. However, the Fever's prowess extends beyond just the WNBA. From April 15 to July 19, their team-generated video content surpassed every NBA, NFL, NHL, and MLB franchise in video consumption, amassing over 800 million views. Additionally, a comprehensive report was released for the year 2024, wherein the brand analytics firm Zoom evaluated each sports team in North America based on their total social value and growth metrics. 4 WNBA teams dominated the top 5 rankings for growth, with Fever leading, followed closely by their rivals, the Chicago Sky, in second. The Fever's total social value is assessed at $71.9 million, reflecting a remarkable social growth of 635% relative to 2023. In contrast, the Sky experienced a growth of 520% compared to 2023, resulting in a social value of $17.5 million. Occupying the third position on the list is the NWSL club Orlando Pride, while the WNBA teams Minnesota Lynx and Los Angeles Sparks complete the top 5. While teams such as the Los Angeles Dodgers, MLB, and Washington Commanders, NFL, possess a higher overall value, no franchises within the NFL, MLB, or NBA can boast growth rates comparable to those of WNBA teams, particularly the Fever. Moreover, the Fever's total value is greater than that of the Minnesota Timberwolves and Washington Commanders, highlighting the current popularity of the team. The WNBA aims to sustain this record-setting growth into 2025, with the league set to resume on May 16, marking the commencement of the new season with a highly anticipated matchup. Reese and Clark will face each other in the opening game following their remarkable 5 encounters last season, underscoring the significant demand for these 2 players. With WNBA free agency currently open, the Indiana Fever are strategically positioned for impactful acquisitions. This negotiation period, which takes place from January 21 to 31, represents the second phase of free agency. Prior to this, all teams extended qualifying offers, including a core offer to Kelsey Mitchell from Indiana between January 11 to 20. The final phase of free agency will initiate on February 1, enabling free agents to officially sign with teams. Indiana presents an attractive opportunity for numerous players. The Fever, featuring Caitlin Clark and Aaliyah Boston, are on an upward trajectory following their first playoff appearance in 7 years last season. Additionally, Indiana is in the process of developing a new $78 million practice facility, scheduled to open in 2027. The Fver have several potential strategies to enhance their cap space, including waiving players on unprotected contracts without penalties, executing trades, or mutually terminating contracts with players who are on protected salaries. Despite its current cap space, Indiana is positioned to pursue a significant free agent this offseason, such as power forward Sado Sibolyi. While Dallas has designated Sibolyi as a core player, she has already expressed her intent not to return to the Wings, and both parties are collaborating to secure a new destination for her. The core designation will not transfer with Sibolyi from the Wings, but it is expected that she will command a maximum salary of $214,466. Furthermore, it is likely that several teams will compete for her services. Should the Fver be unsuccessful in acquiring Sibolyi, they will still have the opportunity, and sufficient cap space, to sign another elite player, such as forward Natasha Howard or Brianna Jones. If Indiana successfully recruits Sibolyi, or another leading free agent necessitating a maximum salary, they would retain $194,129 for an additional roster position. This salary would be appealing for a proficient free agent capable of enhancing the Fever's starting lineup and could potentially cover the costs for two players who would be valuable additions to the rotation. Indiana Fver standout Caitlin Clark will attract increased attention as she begins her sophomore season in the wnba in May. She has effectively countered skeptics during her rookie season by aiding the Fver in reaching the playoffs for the first time since 2016. Along the way, she established numerous records and emerged as a clear choice for Rookie of the Year. However, the Fver guard, who celebrated her 23rd birthday on Wednesday, is also making a difference beyond the basketball court. She has contributed significantly to her community while advocating against social injustices, including racism, discrimination, and misogyny. The Caitlin Clark Foundation has collaborated with the publishing company Scholastic to donate 22,000 books, symbolically referencing her number 22 jersey, aimed at encouraging children to engage in reading. "Reading and education have always held immense significance in my life," commented Clark in a media release, as reported by Indy Star's Nancy Armour. "I recall selecting books from the Scholastic flyer and how empowering that experience was for me as a child, as well as the motivation it instilled in me to read. I aspire to assist children in having a similar experience, to enhance their reading abilities and to expand their imaginations to envision big dreams." The report highlighted that Clark aims to focus on children in her hometown of Iowa, where she first emerged as a national sensation as the star player of the Hawkeyes. The books will be distributed to schools, pediatric hospitals, and nonprofit organizations. Clark's altruistic action will only enhance her appeal to fans, as she persistently acknowledges her duty of serving as a role model, particularly for younger generations.